Hey, guy.
Hey, Wiener Schnitzel.
Clinky.
Clinky to you. I'll tell you what happened last evening for any of those out there keeping score. We've been stimulated. Have you been stimulated? Did you get a half chub last night from the government?
I'm lacking stimulation. No stimulation on my end.
No stimulation on your end.
I don't get stimulated. Well, here's the thing. You got your stimulus, right? You woke up, boom, $1,200 in your bank account.
I woke up with that half chub, absolutely.
That's good. You know why? Because you overpay your taxes every year. You overpay, you get a refund. Yep. So they had your direct deposit on file. Boom, they send it to you. Me, I owe every year. I'm self-employed. I pay quarterly, and then I underpay my quarterly because why the fuck am I going to give them extra? And then I owe a little bit in April. Yeah. So they don't have no direct deposit on file for me. They got to send me a check. I'm one of those schmoes who has to wait for the second wave.
You got to wait for Donald Trump to do the stamp of approval so that you have the subliminal messages that Donald Trump paid you once?
Correct.
What a douchebag.
Yeah, he's delaying our payments probably by days to weeks because it's in the memo line. It needs to say Donald jack off Trump. That's what it has to say in the memo line. So you know where the money came from.
Thank you so much for that, DJ Trump.
He's just doing more harm than good at this point. But, let him dig his grave. Let him dig his grave so that Joe Biden doesn't even have to say a word. That's the only way Joe will win this. The only way.
Is if skeleton mushmouth Joe Biden doesn't say a word. If he doesn't say a word and everyone else speaks on his behalf, we might win this thing.
Nary a peep, and he'll be more than Veep. You understand what I'm saying?
I like
Veep
it.
is the highlight. Let's make him POTUS.
Nary a peep, and he'll be more than the Veep.
Let me tell you about the two baddest cats in town. They're here to talk about random shit floating around. So grab yourself a drink, baby, if you please. It's just shooting the breeze with Chafe and Ncheese.
Well, chim chim charoo and a ho hum too. Welcome to another rousing, riveting, rip roaring, rip torn, rip fan winkle.
Wow.
Of an episode out.
Shooting the breeze with Chafe and Cheese. I'm Chafe.
I'm Cheese.
And we're shooting the breeze today.
Today, baby. Ooh, doctor. What's going on, baby? Well, we got a special treat once again. We're bringing in all the guests from all over the land because no one's doing shit and people are willing to Zoom. We got one of the people to ever grace the airwaves coming to us. Parvesh Cheena will be here in 2 shakes of a lamb's dick, but for now,
I want to reference a Conan O'Brien tweet. Okay?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he just tweeted this at 9:10 a.m. on 4/11.
I love
April
that.
11th. So
I love that lanky redheaded lass.
This is one of the greats, one of the comic greats. But he sent out a tweet on April 11th at 9:10 a.m. and he said, "Can we all agree to temporarily raise the bar for what is considered an alcoholic?" And I think that's a valid proposition. It's about 1:00 on the West Coast here. We're doing a little pod on a Wednesday. Let's lower the bar.
I agree.
Everybody else is taking time off.
I very much agree. I think you got to do whatever you got to do to get through the day nowadays. For me, I like to start off with a coffee. I've been putting off the edibles for at least until I say my bar is 3 p.m. I go till 3 p.m. and once I've done little things with my day, I say, let's enhance it just a little bit. Let me get out of my head just a smidge. If you need to wake up and have a shot of gin at fucking 8 a.m., just do your best. Just do your best to get through the goddamn day. As long as you're not harming yourself or anyone else in the process, you're fine.
I'm not going anywhere. See, here's the thing. You know me. I have my crazy work schedule. I'm waking up at 4 a.m. tomorrow to drive back to Los Angeles so that I can start working there at 8:30 and work through the weekend, through Sunday to come back Monday morning. That's my schedule.
You're a psychotic nut job. How do you get through it? How do you get through the day? There's only one way.
I play Mario Kart all day.
Yeah, and then on your days off, what do you do?
Drink.
Why not enjoy it?
What else am I doing? Where else am I going?
You should be fortunate enough that you can have a beer at 1:30 p.m. That's the America I want to live in.
That's the America we are living in, baby.
Yeah. Embrace it.
So let's all lower the bar. Let's all stay inside and let's numb ourselves until we're through the damn thing, huh?
Absolutely. Let me go get some tequila. I'll be right back.
Okay. What's your pants situation these days? You wearing pants?
You know, I am wearing pants, but I've only worn 2 pairs of pants. I have night sweats and day sweats.
See, I have the sweats, but they're not pants. It's just the anxiety. But talk to me about your sweats.
Oh, yeah. So I've been wearing these gray sweats every day during the day. If I'm going for a run, I'll rarely, which is rarely happening, I'll put on a nice Adidas sport pants, you know? And then these come back on. That's really it. 2 pairs of pants, once every 3 days a shower. I wash them both once a week, once every 2 weeks.
Once every 3 days a shower?
Yeah, we're going on day 3 right now.
Why is this? What else are you doing? How busy are you that you can't shower?
Who am I
showering.
pampering? What am I pampering for?
Pampering yourself. Stay clean. What are you trying to be, a petri dish for this shit?
I smell great.
You smell great. You're 3 days. A long day's journey into a shower. This guy. He's fucking. What are you doing? You're in a contained space with your woman. You trying to repel her?
My hands couldn't be cleaner. Okay, my hands I'm washing 37 times a day. Okay, that's it. I throw on a little deodorant. Bing bang bop, out the door.
You should smell like the ogre guarding the bridge leading to the Irish Spring. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to be just covered in suds constantly from now until 2022, until this thing fucking passes.
Nah, cover your hands, cover your hands, cover your face. I don't know. I do the whore's bath underneath, and we're good to go.
The whore's bath.
Yeah, you should try it sometime.
That whore ain't making. That's a nickel. That's a nickel's worth of a whore. What are you doing?
You're calling me a nickel's worth of a whore?
Yeah.
I'm at least a dime, you douchebag.
You're barely rubbing on deodorant. A dime's worth of deodorant.
A dime's worth of deodorant. That's the kind of whore I want to be. Well, look who it is over the Zoom airways. He is a gorgeous actor of the stage, actor of the screen, both live and animated. You might have seen him in such shows as Outsourced, maybe A to Z. Maybe you've seen him scheming on CrazyEx-Girflriend, or maybe just on All Rise. Or perhaps you've heard his dulcet tones over a slew of voiceover work. And if you missed all of those incredible things, you've definitely seen him recently screaming, "Holy matrimony! That's a lot of money!" Upstage.
That's good.
Gardner, thank you. I've been practicing. He is one of the funniest people this side of the Mississippi who happens to be growing an equally beautiful beard. Parvesh Cheena, welcome to the freaking show, baby.
Hi, guys. Hi. I brought Mr. Beans just to say hi, and now I'm going to leave him alone.
He's adorable.
That was such
Beanie.
a nice introduction. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Well, you deserve it. You really.
And I'm wearing my Zach Braff, one of the first crowdfunded. Do you remember this?
I do.
When the first Kickstarter movies or something?
Yeah.
I figured that we didn't have to worry about any copyrights with that one.
I think he's probably okay with it. Yeah.
He's like, please watch my movie.
I'm sure he's expecting the 50 cents from the watch that we will get.
We should all be so grateful right now for any
Absolutely.
streaming residuals.
Absolutely. Speaking of streaming residuals, were you stimulated last night? Did you get stimulated?
No, because my partner, Eric got his check, and my mom got her check.
Thank God.
I think I'm gonna sadly be one of the old school people who gets to wait for Donald Trump's signature on the check.
Oh, good.
Me too, baby.
Are you?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna frame that check. I'm not gonna cash it. That's a collector's item.
Just don't get it. We're waiting for checks so this douchebag can sign his fucking name on it.
It's insane.
You know?
We live in insane times. Well, walk me through what your quarantine situation has been. Give me the day to day that you've been experiencing.
Alex is privy a bit to more because his fiance now, right? Isn't that great?
That is
congratulations.
Good.
Fiance
Thank you.
Stephanie Black is a dear good friend and one of the artistic directors for I Am a Theater Company. So we were doing Found the Musical based on Found magazine that Davey Rothbart and others started in Chicago and Michigan, and Hunter Bell, Eli Bolin, and Lee Overtree are the writers. So we were doing that at the LA Theater Center when all the COVID-19 stuff started coming. And again, we've known about this since January, February, like everyone, like just following the news, like what's coming out of China with the COVID-19. And we just like little by little, like especially that, so March 9th, I think was our de facto last show.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, Monday, March 9th, remember I Am a Theater Company had a benefit at the Formosa for their annual fundraiser cabaret. I've done a bunch before, and then we were as a cast going to sing, but they kind of made it like optional. And I remember like I think I took that moment to be like, I'm going to stay at home, and I've got my mom and brother are still here. They were visiting to come see Found. My mom saw it. She was going to come again with my brother. My brother is also a huge Kiss fan.
Okay.
So we finally, my brother and Eric and I went and saw Kiss at the Staples Center. Like, I've known this band through my brother for decades, since I was born, you know,
Yeah.
and to see them live was as like my last concert for who knows how long we will be not going out in public. It was pretty amazing. It was awesome. So that's why they came, you know, twofold: winter visit, see Found, let's go to Kiss.
Yeah.
And then the stay-at-home order. They were supposed to be here from the 3rd to about the 18th of March, and right now they're just here until I think, as of like hearing like what the Western governors like Newsom and Kate Scott and Inslee want to do, let alone the East Coast guys. It feels like we might be kind of here. Like if this was like ramp up, peak, maybe we're still here, but we're starting to see like where we're going to end up.
We're getting the dip going.
Fingers crossed that it might be June, but they are here. We are fortunate to have a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath condo, rental, mind you. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Rental.
This is LA.
He's not owning.
We're very grateful.
No one owns it.
We were ready to like, we were looking at houses in Santa Clarita, up in the valley, like North Valley. We don't care. And that is just all like put on pause, like everything else in our life. So we've had moments we're frustrated. I think I saw some beer being drank, right? Yeah. And then so we've had some nice CBD brought to you by Canha, because sometimes they have a vegan version. But it's just been, it could have been so much worse. And in the long and short, I literally came off of yesterday and this morning, like kind of like doing the shaming game of friends who have kids, friends who have had birthdays. Eric, my partner, had his birthday on Saturday, but luckily he's a fellow geek introvert. So he just played on his new PlayStation 4, Final Fantasy VII.
Happy belated.
Yeah, and that's all he did. We order food delivery from a restaurant once a week just to stay sane versus our normal like 4 or 5 times a week. You know, I felt like that Postmates Unlimited subscription was meant for me.
Absolutely.
We're doing it right, but we're doing it just once a week just to feel normal. But like, I hate it because I don't, the wiping down of everything, laying it dry. We're even erring on hot foods that we could warm up in the microwave versus like cold salads. We don't know.
Correct.
So like, we've had this one, but like, I literally just today was doing the like, I don't get it with some friends who like needed to go around on Easter and see relatives or do the birthday thing. And I even understand that they did the car parade, they did that, but how civic nerdy minded I am is that, okay, what if we go out? What if we're driving to the beach? What if we're driving to the mountains and our car breaks down or we get in an accident? Now we're with these other people. Now we're exposed. Now we're putting police and paramedics at risk. You know, like I honestly snowballed at that when I could just stay the fuck at home.
Yes.
And I don't know, talk on podcasts with friends, read, play video games, watch TV. I mean, like can you imagine if this had happened when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s? But poor us. Oh no, Super Nintendo, my own phone line for AOL, my brother's and my own TV to watch HBO. You know, like it's just, it could be so much worse.
Oh my God.
And so for us, I know I ranted a lot, but like I honestly was thinking about this today and yesterday, having those fights with teacher friends. These are friends of mine in Chicago who are teachers, who are going out because you don't know, Parv, like our kids, they're just going crazy. I'm like, you know what else is crazy? Death,
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah.
Having Nana and Nona like die from you trying to go give a hug on Easter. You know, Jesus came back. I don't know if you will.
Exactly. It makes no sense to me that well-educated people who are educating others, apparently,
Yeah. Well,
don't have
Right.
the patience to just sit at home or take a brief drive if you're not paranoid about it. Do whatever
If
you
you're
need
not,
to
I
do.
am.
Yeah, and that's totally valid. You should be. And I applaud it. I applaud any paranoia right now because there are people on the other side who are just absolutely moronic about it. So I'm not thrilled
Yeah.
with them. I'm thrilled with you, though.
Don't you feel like there's an element, my ex, who's great friend of ours, Gregory Bonsignore, and he on his Instagram was sending a lot of like very millennial, very funny, but brutal like facts and just like totally like broke, like it, like a Vox or a, you know, a kind of like media kind of tidbit that you could like share on FaceTime or Facebook. So he even was saying like, guys, this is not like World War II where we're asked like no salt Wednesdays, no sugar Saturdays, you know, build those victory gardens, which we are doing. I bought that $100 that light that grows lettuce or herbs, and we have literally used it. It's grown 3 times for salad. So
What are you
like,
growing? What are you growing exactly?
just honestly, it's like just the green salad mix. It
what do you
was
got?
on
Like
The
a
View.
romaine, spinach, baby spinach?
Yeah, it's just kind of like a romaine lettucey mix,
Huh.
but no joke. Like in my like just like bread and tofurkey sandwich, a nice piece of fresh lettuce ain't bad.
It goes a long way, I believe.
Yeah, but we're not asked to do a lot during
We're not
this
asked to
pandemic.
We're not asked to do a goddamn thing during this pandemic.
In fact, you're asked to do nothing.
Nothing. Just stay home.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing of all sometimes is to just do nothing.
It's hard for some people. We will know that, but like
Yeah.
others, I don't. I mean, did we not all have quiet time or reading time as a kid? Like there's sometimes like you couldn't just go play outside for 3 hours until dinner was ready. But that was like my after school, 3 p.m. to 6, play outside, dinner, and then homework until bed.
Yeah.
It's just not that. I don't know. Maybe because like I'm 79 born, so that, you know, like how they gave us our own new because we used to be Gen Y. Because like
Mhm.
my brother was Gen X, you know, like I've never seen Singles, I've never seen Reality Bites because I felt like that was like my brother's
Okay.
shit.
You should
So
watch Reality Bites now. It's fantastic.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's great. One of my favorites.
See, I know like the soundtrack, 'cause that's what we knew. But like to see the movie, like my brother would see that with his friends when we wanted to see like, I don't know, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey or something.
Also excellent. But yeah, Reality
Also
Bites is a
very
great
excellent.
quarantine movie. You should look into it.
I might add it to my list. We haven't been doing a lot of television because a lot of movies because it's all TV all the time. You know,
So
I mean, like
much TV.
Killing Eve, Westworld. What are we? I mean, we're very grateful right now. So, like, I feel like I'll save some of that when we've exhausted what's coming out currently.
That's
Yeah.
smart. That's smart. You
Yeah,
mentioned
but I was saying like that. Yeah. So the Zennial. Have you heard of this? Like us, born 78 to 82. We are the people who remember like a life like Stranger Things, like going outside on your bike, just telling you again, like I had to be home by 6 because which is
Yeah.
kind of when it started getting dark in Chicago suburbs. So like home by 6, it was just like you could not do that. And then like and so I remember a time before internet, AOL, let alone to all this Star Trek and magic and like, you know, calling Dick Tracy stuff that we have at our disposal now.
yeah.
I almost feel like there's too much I should be doing. You know, like I don't know if you guys have like all the like not started, done. That's my little Kanban bonbon board for
yeah.
productivity. That wasn't up until quarantine started. I've gotten more productive during quarantine than I have.
That's
than I was
impressive.
before.
I feel like it's necessary to be productive, but it's so much more necessary to just fucking just give yourself a break. If you do something today, fantastic. If you don't do
Yeah.
something today, also valid. If you want to not shower for 3 days, Raffy doesn't agree with this, but if you want to not shower for
Why?
3 days, you can do that. When's the last time what's your shower take?
I do like one every 2 days, maybe. More so
Yes.
like, especially like we've got the dog. So like when we go out with him, like I'll generally like might do that shower at the end of the day. But just every other day, my partner Eric works for Abbott Labs. So and they're the ones who his division, not this, but this global multinational healthcare company, they did the 5-minute rapid test. And I think Eric just told me today or yesterday, or the last few days, that they have the antibody test. His division is pacemakers. That's what they do here, one of their Southern Cal offices here. So he has to go in every day. We just feel good that at least it's a health supply company that's in the news. So like, you know, like they're keeping it very strict in terms of they only have like a couple entrances. I think now they're even down to one. And he's like, I'm just waiting any day, which might be a part of our normal life, for the temperature check, the infrared gun.
Yeah.
Which is the norm in China and Asian countries.
My dad's working at the Amazon warehouse in Las Vegas, and they now take his temperature when he walks into work.
Which is fine. You know, like
it's
the
great.
mask
Why not?
thing that we as Americans were always like, ew. Why are all the Asians always wearing masks? We're like, this is going to, and then we see the photos from like 1918, 1919 of, you know, like Chicago movie theaters. Like, you're not allowed without a mask. If you start coughing or sneezing, you have to leave. Like, this is not 2020. This is 1918.
Yeah.
Just Americans wearing like, not even like anything fancy pants or Sanjay Gupta showing you how to make it with rubber band. It's just the handkerchief around the face. So we've done it as a country. It's not a big deal.
It's not.
But Eric works at Abbott, and he does shower when he comes home at night. So that's generally, I feel like we've been showering more at night, almost like to wash the day. But my mom and brother don't leave too much. They'll come every few days. They'll come like every other day for a walk with the dog. But that's it. We don't. So shower schedule's been normal, and then walking the dog is like that. I guess the exercise, so to speak. But
that's the event of the day for us too. I look forward to the dog walk. It's
how long are you going for, and what kind of dog too?
She is actually in the other room, but she is a poodle terrier mix. She is adorable. B. Arthur. We're doing longer walks. We're trying to do a full hour, at least a day. Social distance walks. You know, we're going up in the neighborhood in Los Feliz. It's fantastic. You have I've been watching your Instagram stories. They bring me joy when you walk your dog. You've imparted using the word social distance as really a way of life and salutation.
Yeah, it is funny because like then I stopped it for a bit because I think Beans was starting to realize, like, he started like looking every time I said social distance, and people were criticizing me saying like, your dog's gonna think his name's social distance. And I'm like, yeah, you're absolutely right.
He
has. Yeah. And so then I don't even I got into that part too. Like, I didn't even want to bring my phone because I wanted to have one less thing to disinfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we're always on our phone when we're outside walking the dog anyway. So it's just enough to just have the watch. And so that's why I haven't been, until they come out with one that you can just like videotape stuff.
Which I'm sure
I haven't done as much because I don't want to do I have to? Oh, don't even bother bringing the phone. One less thing to wipe down when you come in.
Well, for those at home, it is a really enjoyable thing to watch you or Faith grace us and talk social distancing with Beans. So it's very.
I have to bring it back then. I'll bring it back for you, Alex.
Please do. Before you go, I just wanted to ask: are there any fights going on with mother and brother in this maddening time?
Oh yeah, we fight all the time. Today's fight was about bank login information, and I'm
bank login.
I know, like in the sense of like we're trying to log into mom's bank to check if the stimulus check had come.
Sure.
And she doesn't have her password or something memorized because I'm the person who memorizes and stores everything. And she's just like, why is your attitude? I'm like, you'd have the same attitude if you had to do the same thing for 10 years. And so that was our tiff this morning. But we did end up with like, I love you, Mom. But yeah, we had that tiff. But again, to be fair, that tiff would have been us like 4 months ago, 8 months ago on the phone or FaceTiming doing this.
That's good.
So
that's
just
it's a healthy tiff. You need a healthy tiff.
Yeah, it's not a COVID related.
Not COVID related, but
no.
I do feel like I can kind of feel from her point of view, especially elderly parent, that it's such a restriction. She's not in her hometown. She's not in Chicago. She's not in Naperville. She doesn't have her car. I'm trying to think of like if I was in someone else's house, comfortable as could be. Like again, the way we've set it up is like we have 2 bedrooms that share a bathroom, and then like it gets a master. And we gave the master to mom because it has its own bathroom, and then like me and my brother and Eric, we all share. So it's fine. You know, like I'm literally in the office. That's our bedroom, and then the other spare bedroom my brother is. And our one splurge that we did buy, even though I had no idea like how cheap TVs had gotten, is what's happening? Is that me?
No, you're good.
Okay. It's I just, even like with her having a TV, bed, bathroom, balcony, it's not your home. So all you can do is be sympathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're bound to feel uncomfortable, but you are also allowed to be annoyed with your mother.
It's your mother.
But it's not bad. And I guess, Indian mothers are very Jewish mothers too. Like, all right, fine. What did I do? It's okay. All right. Why the attitude?
Then our mothers would definitely get along swimmingly.
Yes.
Oh, trust me. I'm sure they would.
Yes.
They just don't do anything. What do you do all day? My mom literally asked me, like, what do you do all day upstairs? And I'm like, I'm working. Voiceover auditions. What do you think this is for? You know? She's like, It's got that vibe. It really does have that vibe sometimes. Like unless you're going to an office every day or like coming home like sweaty or whatever, like they're like, what do you, so you just are upstairs in your room all day? I'm like, yeah.
You could have been a doctor or a lawyer, Parv. Come on.
I know. Or a rabbi.
I still get the same speech. I still get the same speech. Even she stopped listening to the podcast like 7 months ago, and she was like, "It's great, it's adorable. Let's see the next thing you do.
Yeah,
when's it gonna make
nice
money? Yeah, it's nice. When are you gonna buy a house? When are you gonna have a kid?" She cares a lot more about that.
Well, get married first. One.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, but
by the way, speaking of which,
please.
Quick question for you.
Go.
I don't know if you've heard the news, but this gentleman, the cheese man, and Stephanie are getting married, and he has asked me to be the officiant of his wedding.
Are you really?
Rabbi Raffy,
yes.
It's happening.
So I wanted to ask you the research you did for your role in your most recent commercial.
For the
any
commercial.
Any words of advice? Any tips for myself when I marry these two?
Honestly, like, we've seen so many friends marry other friends. I think it's the balance of not making it the Raffy show, but you're just the supporting actor to the Alex and Stephanie show.
Okay, so I'm going to strike the first 7 years of my life from the speech.
Yeah.
And how I came to be.
Yeah, and then like what if your searches for love and anything like that, don't make it about you.
Got it.
Is that the easiest thing? But like, because we've gone to weddings where like, hi everybody, I'm Jim and I'm marrying, Freddie and Abby. And now let me tell you about me. I'm like, no, shush. Just get to that.
Is it funny that was actually the first draft of my speech?
Was it really? Like I
started. Of course,
a lot of people do it though. Like I've thought about it with some which friend like knows both Eric and me who might, but I don't know. Like I've seen like some like really long-winded weddings where the friends talk way too much, and the other I think like think of like a 10%, just a 10% peppering of jokes, funny, and a little bit of like. A little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But again, make sure that those wink, wink, nudge jokes are either for just the couple or for at least 70, 80% of the people out there. When you go less than half on the jokes, then you're going to have people from out of town being like, what, just get married.
Yeah, you got to go universal. I'm going to have him call you and test the speech, test his whole thing before he gets on.
Please.
Because my plan B was Lucky's monologue from Waiting for Godot. So
that would be fun.
This is
good. That actually is not a. Think of the audience you do have for that.
We do have quite an audience for that, but that would be insane.
Save that for rehearsal dinner.
Okay. Yeah, get through that. I do. Done. Boom. Muscle.
Don't you feel like rehearsal dinner? But rehearsal dinner, you could get away with it.
That might be a fun. You know.
It would. Yeah. I've seen my friends Zabeth and Gregory, Zabeth Russell, Gregory Jenkins. They had their improv. Zabeth she's like my improv wife from Improv Olympic, and she still does the Armando show around town. And Greg is like the composer for a bunch of Disney cartoons, including like 2 that I'm on. So they're funny people, and they literally had people like Jamie Moyer and other friends like interrupt at the. If anyone has anything to say, I do. It could have gone so wrong, but with an audience of like 85% improvisers, that was perfect. So I'm telling you, something theatery with all these actor people, it might go off well.
There's room for that. We have a guest. Is that Mom?
Mom! I know. If you whisper, they can still hear you.
Mom, say hi.
Right, this is my mom.
Hi, Parv's mom. Fantastic.
Well, okay.
That's awesome.
I didn't know you were coming. What is this?
Your green tea.
My green tea. Mom makes green tea for me.
Oh.
And I call them scrambled Indian eggs.
See, that's
Thank you, Mom.
Bye.
I love
Thank you, Parv's mom. That's beautiful.
I didn't hear a knock. Maybe because I have this, but I told her I had a podcast today.
A well-timed mom entrance is always welcome here, okay?
I feel really bad now about talking about that fight we had.
No. Well, she made up for it with the green tea and Indian eggs. I love it. Well, listen, we're going to let you go. Enjoy.
Please, I talk too much.
No, you're the best. But
we could do this all day.
We can do this all day.
Have my brunch anyway.
Yes, enjoy your brunch. We love you. Parvesh Cheena, thank you so much for joining us.
I'll see you all soon. Take care, guys. Thanks for having me.
Love you, buddy.
Wow.
Oh, baby, that was engaging, inspiring, and lovely. He is a gem.
The best.
All right, well, I'm going to go make some eggs myself. Don't have Mom to do it here. I got to do it for myself.
I'm going to be in bed in about 2 hours and heading back to LA at 4 a.m.
Perfect. Thank you so much to Parvesh Cheena. Please check him out on Instagram at Parvey, Parvey. He is a real treat. And watch all of his shit. He's fucking hilarious. All right. Well, that's all, bud.
All right. Good night.
Good luck.
Good eve.
Good day.
Good morning.
Hashtag Chafe and Cheese. Hashtag SDB Podcast. Hashtag Tell Your Grandma.
Hey!